Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts, anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are empirical.
You are too small
Minister,
for me to
Minister, let me speak. Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commission of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Let me only address you.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak. You spoke for over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not.
What your profession is.
You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right. So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish.
I won't keep quiet for you to damage information.
Let me finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
And when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure. So I was right on that point. The second point...
Because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
You don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
And you cannot ask me to tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor Umayi, Minister. I didn't know. So... Please,
I'm professor in practice. I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me,
you have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask.
So you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop.
Okay. Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. If you allow me speak. The other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes, the case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know the over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project. Has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right, how many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you deny that the case was not in court, now you've already accepted that the case is in court. So is it not just better you thrash it out with the woman that is been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that? So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people called to book, I booked them, and I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
I'm not hearing, even though this guy is not.
All right, so I just finished watching the interview between the Minister of Works, David Umayi, and Rufal of Arise TV. First things first. So the Minister of Works, David Umayi, you are a very big embarrassment to Nigeria, to yourself, and to your family, and also to the position that you occupy. Now, I watched the interview. I was so irritated and disgusted in my spirit, you know, because you were trying so hard to show yourself as a superior being. But by so doing, you just expose yourself of being inferior and somebody with a very big low self-esteem. Because only people with low self-esteem that will self-acclaim things that they are not. Like the way you called yourself a professor and you were not a professor. You don't know if I know. Then they can't catch you. You can't say, professor in practicing. But you know what you did? See that whole interview? You just showed me how the politicians and the people in power see the people. Do you understand? What was the problem? Rufai said you go report him to the president. You say he's too small. Fine and good. You understand? If you told that one a job. But immediately you started saying, who are you? Who are you, Rufai? All those kind of things. It shows how these people in power see the people. What did Rufai do? He asked you for accountability. As simple as ABCD. Simple as ABC. You clearly just showed from this interview, right? You just showed that you don't even understand the position that you occupy. You know nothing about being Minister of Works. Tell us about ABCD per square meter. They say you collected over 600 and something billion naira for this project. And so far so good. You people even gave us a time frame when you achieve this project. So far so good. It's not looking like it is achievable by that time. Simple thing. Rufai, as you claim to be an engineer, because everything where you talk, na self-acclaim. As you claim to be an engineer, oh Rufai, let me lecture you. So is so. So is so. Simple as ABCD. But you try as much as possible to avoid the question, no accountability, self-appraisal, and everything. That's what you were doing. But like I said, you exposed how the people in power see Nigerians when Nigerians ask for accountability, when Nigerians ask for good roads, when Nigeria asks for good schools, when Nigeria asks for good healthcare, when Nigeria asks that please, insecurity is too much, please protect us. This is probably how the people sitting in that position are looking at the people and look at them. They are too small to talk to me. I'm not even in their position. After all, they know they buy me. After all, my children don't need this healthcare. After all, my children don't need this school. After all, my children don't go this hospital. This is how a lot of them in power look at us. Do you know the amount of confidence make David Umayi, Minister of Works, sit down? They tell Rufai for national TV, say it's too small, bro. They are so comfortable in whatever thing that they are doing. Because yes, the people never get on a time yet. This is basically what it is. The people don't have your time yet. That's why you look at the people so small. And when they ask you for accountability, you get pissed. You are lucky that you are not in China. They won't buy one minister now, Minister of Agriculture for China here. They don't already sent this out. Now buy remain. Before they don't buy one advisor like that for China. Once they just carry you for, they don't suspect you for bribery, corruption, all those kinds of small things, say you collect money, you are gone. Dear Minister of Works, Mr. Umayi, you are obviously being fraudulent and dubious. And you are obviously a very blatant and a very big liar. So if they are suspecting you of corruption, it is not far-fetched. I'm waiting with the English. Because if you can come on national TV and claim to be a professor and you are not. So imagine how much you are going to doctor for documents. That being said, me personally, I look at that whole coastal highway project as a project to just siphon funds. You know why? Because as a Minister of Work, one of our major roads in Nigeria, which is the Lagos to Abuja road, they never had one. Lagos to Abuja, you go follow Ibadan. You know how many states you go pass before you reach Abuja? That road, only fixing that road, we help price of things go down. We help a lot of people not to be kidnapped. We solve insecurity problem. Imagine say you do that road, put street lights, make it a proper highway. You see that thief go on the block road, then the block highway, they go boot you scatter. A lot of roads in Nigeria will never fix. We're going to do new road. So what happens in the next 20 years? Maybe this coastal highway don't spoil. You abandon it for the new one. Yes, there's a need to create new roads in Nigeria. But come on. Even ask you again. You say, okay, how about those people who demolish their property where they protest up and there? How far? You could not answer. Pride. Empty pride. No self-esteem. Some people are saying, oh, Rufai self is so emotional. He's actually rude. Why is he talking to the man like that? I swear to God. The day when you go start to see Nigerian problem direct, the day you'll be able to access some information, you are privileged some information. If you see politician for road, if you find a slapper, nobody that one at the hill, a lot of politicians. If you find out who's and slap for teeth, I'm telling you for free. There are some things that you know. If you want, you go to cry because Nigeria is worth crying for. But like I said, this David Umayi don't open my eyes to a lot of things. I said this is probably what the Minister of Defense is probably talking about when the people of Southern Kaduna, the people of Kogi, the people of Edo, the people of Enugu, the people of Benue, the people of Jos, the people of Brunu, and every other state that have been terrorized by insecurity, by these terrorists. This is probably what the person responsible for this position is saying. That they are too small to talk to me. Let them cry. The problem is that we don't hold these politicians accountable. That's why they do anything that they like. But very, very soon, we'll start holding you people accountable. Maybe the likes of David Umayi, when we say don't chop money, see your throats. You just sit down there. Maybe you could talk to us well. It shows corruption. They ask you for accountability instead of you to talk. Pride, ego. But like I said, you just showed how much of a weak man that you are. Inferior being. Because now people where not get, where won't feel among, where get inferiority. Now people get inferiority to complain. They like talk with you, they no big for people to see them big. That's why you're calling yourself a professor that you're not. Lying professor. David Smelmayi.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And please my love, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I post a video. I love you. See you in my next video. Bye.